All right, thanks, guys. Getting a head start today because obviously Thursday morning is a big day in college basketball. So I will have my hands full Thursday morning when it comes to the research and the production of this high quality podcast. But anyway, welcome to the show. Got some lines and personal leans out for Thursday's NBA and NHL action. And of course, the college basketball slate will come out Thursday morning on a separate video, and that'll be chock full of information, games, lines, and stats. But anyway, before we dive into things, I'm not going to plug Patreon. I do want to give a shout out to just my loyal commenters and a lot of folks who just join me each and every day and show me love and folks that are very honest with me and let me know how they feel. Sports Gambling Daily, just want to give a shout out to you. Certainly have a great channel of your own, Sports Gambling Daily. Feel free to check him out. That's his channel, Sports Gambling Daily. Great stuff over there on his channel. Abdel Severino, what's going on? I want to give a shout out to you. My man Frank John. Frank John's been with me since day one, and he's over there in Japan getting the job done and checking out the uploads at about, I guess it's in the afternoon your time, or is it morning your time? But anyway, you guys got some baseball going on over there, so I'll be up at around 5:30 watching that tomorrow morning. Lord James, shout out to you. Thugga Duke, what's going on? Jonathan T, Little Taco, Amit Jurong, Janice Galitas, Some Kind of Guy 100, Bryken Manny, Curtis UN, what's up, man? Curtis UN, definitely a big time commenter there. Peyton Sports Girl, how you doing? Great to see you in the comment section. And of course, the big bad V, my dad Vern, who tunes in every day and gives me feedback and commentary. It's like with my sports games, we used to break it down, watch some film after the game, and it's kind of the same way with the YouTube videos. It lets me know where I could have done well and what I am doing well. So Vern, excellent, man. He's outstanding. So he might actually call me during the podcast. If he does, I'm going to put him on speaker. But anyway, we have a couple picks here today. We got a good amount, so I didn't calculate it. But I'm thinking about a props teaser. Will I go over or under 52% today? Will I go over or under 52%? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. And let's go ahead and get into some lines and personal leans. Wow, that was way too long of an intro. And I want to shout out one more person, my man Larry Presman from Wager Talk, who's dropped me a line in the comment section couple days ago. Had a nice conversation with him. Larry Presman from Wager Talk. He runs the show over there, and dude, I love you when you are on Fantasy with Gabe. You're outstanding. That's two things I look forward to every morning. Get off my lawn with Gabe and whatever you're on with him. So you guys are doing an excellent job there. All right, let's go ahead and get into some lines. Beginning with Denver at Washington. That is going to be a 7 o'clock Eastern tip-off Thursday night. Denver open -6, total 228. Since those markets opened that one up, we're seeing movement toward Denver. We're also seeing movement toward the over. 6.5 on the spread, 228.5 on the total. So once again, Denver open -6, up to -6.5. Total open 228, up to 228 and a hook. 74% of the consensus is leaning toward Denver, and at the moment, Washington is plus 210 on the money line. Now, Washington ranks 5th in the NBA in home offensive scoring. They're dropping 117 points per contest on their home court. They're also 10-3 against the spread in their second of a back-to-back. Meanwhile, Denver, on their side of things, not so good on the road, and not so good against the number in several different categories. They're actually covering just 36% of their games that tipped off at the current point spread, and they're also covering just 37% of their games as the official road favorite. Now, total-wise, Denver is just 33% to the over on the road. Meanwhile, Washington just 2-5 to the over in their last 7. So we're going to lean towards a dog here. No chalk. Give me Washington plus 6.5 and the under 228.5 in that matchup there. By the way, shout out to Oliver Walker, who is the inventor of Hook Watch, and we have surpassed the over-under of 7.5 days. So I have not lost by half a point in over 7.5 days. And Oliver will probably let us know in the comment section below how many days. I think it's 12 or 13. But anyway, next game, Minnesota. No, that is incorrect. There we go. Minnesota at Charlotte, 7 o'clock Eastern tip-off in the Queen City. Now for Minnesota, we have Rose and Teague both out. We also have Gibson questionable. Meanwhile, for Charlotte, Michael Kidd-Gilchrist is out, and Cody Zeller is doubtful. Regardless of all that, Charlotte is 21-15 straight up at home. They rank 3rd in free throw percentage on their home court. They also rank 6th in defending the 3-ball at home. Now, Minnesota has been horrible on the road this year. They've won just 9 out of 37 games away from home. They also rank dead last in defending the 3-ball. Now, there are no lines for this game as of right now, and it is around 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time Wednesday night at the time I'm recording this video, even though we're covering Thursday's games. So I got no line for this game, but I do think Charlotte should get the job done. Give me the Hornets 112 to 109 in that matchup there. All right, next game. We already covered that one. Next game, Jazz at the Hawks. 7:30 Eastern tip-off in Atlanta. Utah open -8, total 225. We're seeing movement downward on the spread and upward on the total. The Jazz are -7, total 226. So once again, Utah opened 8, down to 7. Total open 225, up to 226 even. 82% are leaning Utah, and at the moment, Atlanta's plus 230 on the money line. Now, the Hawks are 6-3 against the spread in their last 9. They also rank 10th in offensive rebounding. Utah is 26th from the stripe. They also are 21st defending the 3-ball on the road. Now, total-wise, Utah is 7-1 to the under in their last 8. Atlanta 2-0 to the under in their last couple of games. Give me the Hawks plus 7, getting the job done at home. And the under 226 in that matchup there. Next game, Mavericks, Kings. 10 o'clock Eastern, tip-off in Sacramento. The Kings open 8.5, total 230. And since that one opened up, we're seeing a slight fade of Sacramento when it comes to the spread. We're also seeing movement downward on the total as well. Right now, Sacramento's -8. Total moved down to 229. So once again, the Kings open 8.5, down to -8. Total open 230, down to 229. 60% are leaning Sacramento. And at the moment, Dallas is plus 320 on the money line. Maxi Kleber is questionable for the Mavericks in Thursday night's game. Dallas also ranks 27th in offensive field goal percentage. We're looking at 44% in that category there. Their offense is also putting up just 106 points per contest on the road. Dallas has lost 8 out of their last 9 straight up. They've also failed to cover in 6 out of those last 9 games. Now, Sacramento on the other side, completely different story. They're 5-2 against the number in their last 7. They're also 17-3 straight up as the favorite. Now, when it comes to the total, Sacramento is 33% to the over at the total. So not a lot of overs for Sacramento at the current posted total. I'm going to lean Sacramento -8 and the under 229 in that matchup there. Hey, how about that collapse by Sacramento the other night? At home against Brooklyn, they were up 23 and lost it outright. Ugh, that was horrible. Pistons Suns, do we have that? Pistons Suns. Yes, we do. Okay. Pistons at the Suns, 10 o'clock Eastern tip-off in Phoenix. Detroit opens 6.5, total 218. And since those markets opened that one up, we're seeing movement upward on Detroit, upward on the total. The Pistons are 7, total 218.5. Once again, the Pistons open 6.5, up to -7. Total open 218, up to 218 and a hook. 56% are leaning Detroit. And at the moment, the Suns are plus 240 on the money line. Now, Tyler Johnson is doubtful for the Suns. Holmes is also questionable. And Kelly Oubre is out. All for the Suns. Phoenix is also, well, they've won just 10 out of 35 at home this year at the Talking Stick Resort. They're also just 17 and 55 overall. They rank dead last in three-point shooting. Meanwhile, on the other side, Detroit, well, they rank 7th in road points allowed. They're also 7-2 against the spread in their last 9. And when it comes to the total, Detroit's 2-0 to the over in their last couple of games, 60% to the over in their last 10. Give me the Pistons -7 on the road in the over 218 and a hook in that matchup there. All right, next and final game for our NBA slate. I did not skip it. It is going to be Indiana at Golden State, 10:30 Eastern tip-off in the Bay Area. Golden State opened 11.5, total 220. And since that one opened up, we're seeing a slight fade of Golden State in the early going here. I'm not really surprised about that line move there. We are also seeing a little bit of movement upward when it comes to the total. That line moved up to 220.5. So once again, Golden State opened 11.5 down to -11. Total opened 220 up to 220 and a hook. 65% of the consensus is back on Golden State. 87% shaded toward the over. Right now, Indiana's plus 550 on the money line. Give me Indiana plus 11 in the over 220.5 in that matchup there. All right, let's slide into the NHL as we have some games in progress. Looks like the Caps are taking care of business early against the Lightning, and we have a ball game. We have a tie game between the Maple Leafs and the Sabres. Wow, that gives me the itch to do a little bit of live streaming. We haven't brought that back since football season. But anyway, let's take a look at some NHL, beginning with Boston at New Jersey, and that's a 7 o'clock Eastern puck drop in Newark. Let's go ahead and take a look. Boston opened 240 total.